another video. It is me, Zainab Moore, and today we'll be celebrating 106 subscribers. I want to say thank you very much for everyone that subscribed. Thank you for everyone that watches the videos. Thank you to those that like and comment as well. Everyone is much appreciated. Thank you so much for the support. Now, before we start, I have quite a few things to address. The long absence period, I apologize. Last time I uploaded was over a month ago, and during that time, during then and now, I've had, I think, 4 exams, and I've just been unwell for pretty much most of the time. And even now, I'm still not fully recovered, but I'm feeling much better than I was a month ago, so I thank God. Now today we will be doing a Q&A. How original, but I think it's a nice way to celebrate a milestone. So I'll have questions put up on the screen and I'll answer them accordingly. What inspired you to start? So I think it was around COVID time. I was just playing a lot of video games a lot, particularly Fortnite. And I was like, why not just record myself playing it? Because, I play in a weird way. I use like one hand. I use one hand to play because my left hand is pretty much broken. So I was like, this is a bit unique. You don't see everyone do this every day. So I was like, why not just record and see what happened? Now, if I stuck with that, probably would have been in a better place now, but I just deviated and started doing some random videos, like anything that came to mind, generally just intrusive thought posting, just like the most random games you can ever know, and then other ones which I think were poorly edited, but I guess what inspired me to start was to, share what I thought was a talent. And then what made you return? Well, I was just thinking, like, I actually enjoyed doing the YouTube thing for as short as the time I did it. I can get other stuff to record now, because back then I was using a very outdated software, which I think what pushed me to just give up as well, which is not always be the excuse, but I was finding it a bit difficult to keep up with a lot of things as well. So I was like, I think now is a good time, maybe do a bit more different content than before. I actually put more effort into the videos. And my favorite video game, I'm gonna have to say anything to do with Mario. I just enjoyed that game since I was young, on my DS, 3DS, and then Nintendo Switch. Especially the platformers, New Super Mario Bros., New Super Mario Bros. 2, U, and then Wonder as well, which is really nice. So if I had to say favorite video game, I'll just say Mario. Favorite Bible story, David and Goliath, because they all doubted David. He was like it was just some small boy that came to the war place. I'm pretty sure he came to help out and ended up defeating Goliath. Like that's a very nice story. No one really expected him to do that. No one really believed in him, but God did. So I really like that. Fictional character you feel represented in? I would have to say Yuji Itadori, because I feel like he's pretty selfless. He always puts people first. He considers most his friend, if not everyone, which I feel like I also do as well. I don't like leaving people out. What came first, the chicken or the egg? So back in Genesis, God put every animal he possibly could on earth. So I assume the chicken was also one of the animals he put on earth. Put the chicken on earth first, so it was able to lay more eggs, so more chickens can be made. Nyash or breast? Now, I'm gonna have to say personality for this one. It's really not about what's on the outside. It's about what's on the inside that matters the most. So, that is gonna be my answer. Apple juice or orange juice? 100% apple juice. It is just so much better, so much sweeter. It's just so good. One I've been drinking in particular is M&S apple juice with ginger in it. Is really good for the throat. If you have a sore throat or the cold, I suggest it's really good for your throat. How is life /uni life? So life, it has been okay. It could be much better. Been unwell. Roller coaster. I don't want to get into anything, but it could be so much better. But I have faith that better times are coming to everyone, not just me. If you're going through a roller coaster as well, I hope you eventually get off. Uni life. Uni life is currently on pause until September when I start again. Uni life is just come in, maybe sleep through class, pass the test, do the coursework, and thank God. Now, this question requires some ball knowledge. Would you rather be stuck in a room with Demon Time Shrek or Prime Mr. McMullen? I'm not even going to explain what any of this means, but I'm going to have to say Prime Mr. McMullen because he was old, still shooting when he's old, just like LeBron, but they're not comparable, look way. LeBron is much better as a person, as everything. But I'm going to say Prime Minister McMullen because you can easily just push him down. He's stair level. In fact, he will even survive the stairs. Opinions on the UK riot. Now, I've seen a lot of clips from the most recent riot I've seen is from Glasgow, the no immigrant riot. They should just rename it to the I am jobless riot, because why are you protesting for a problem you don't even know exists? You just hear about it. You hear all these politicians talk about it, especially Nigel Farage. You just cling onto one issue that's not really an issue and make it your whole personality. Now all these jobless, benefit eating, bed rotting people are now like, oh, this guy's is an issue. He's stealing my doctor job. You have 0 degrees. You don't even have a NAT 5 to your name, an A level to your name. You don't have anything. Not even a NAT 4. You don't have anything to your name. You're talking about these foreigners are stealing my jobs. What job you can't even achieve? You're complaining for something that's not really. Cole Palmer was injured, may I say, for most of the season, and he still got more GA than most of the so-called Premier League winners. No one actually cares about the Premier League winners too, but I'm just putting it out there. He's not buns. He just had an off season. Favorite memory in life. I would be able to tell you if I remembered my favorite memory in life. It pops up in my head sometimes, but I'll just keep it to myself. Moment God showed up in your life. There's been multiple moments where God shows up in my life, whether it's big or small. Big ones, in particular, driving test. I got the best route possible, best maneuvers possible, best questions possible. Exams, relatively easy to understand questions, and even the small ones such as waking up. We have to thank God we're awake, because some people go to sleep and don't wake up. I feel like God always shows up, whether you notice it or not. And my favorite YouTuber, I don't actually have a favorite YouTuber, but I have a favorite YouTube channel, which is Fern. They do a lot of documentaries, of history and stuff like that. I really enjoy watching that stuff. How did you get so good at editing? I appreciate the compliment, but I am nowhere near where I'm supposed to be. When's the next video? It's right here. I apologize again for the wait, but I promise I will not make you wait too long for the next video. When is the face reveal? Don't be like Drew. This video was actually meant to be the face reveal, but I decided to postpone it to a higher milestone, so I don't run out of ideas. Imagine a Q&A every single milestone. That would be kind of boring. So maybe 500, maybe 1,000. I'm not too sure yet, but I promise I won't be like Dream. I am. What's one thing you can't live without? I'll probably have to say oxygen. If you could work as anything and choose your pay, what would it be? I would be a professional sofa/chair tester. So every time a chair is about to be released onto the market, I get called up to sit on it. Now, once I sit on that chair, they pay me around 10, 20K. Depends how expensive the chair is going to be. If it was from a high-end company, maybe over 20K, but if it's not, they pay me 10K. So every time I sit on a chair and I say, this is good, they pay me money. And that's my job. And you know how many chairs they release every single year? I'm going to make a lot of money by doing minimal effort jobs. I can even go abroad and get paid more. Just depends who's selling the chair. Thank you so much for the support you've shown to the channel. I pray that we only go up from here. I hope you have a good day and take care.